Diddy, you did it. Obviously, from the moment that the New York Times article came out just yesterday, everyone knew that you did it. But the fact that you settled this a day after the article came out with a quickness just shows how badly this is going for you and how badly you knew it was going to go for you. Could you imagine this going through a whole trial? It would have been a trial of the century. It would be so messy. Oh my gosh, he literally had no choice but to settle. And I think Cassie and her team of lawyers knew that. They had just put out the release explaining that, her team, that they are representing her. As soon as that happens, boom, settled. Settled. That girl got paid. Paid. And I truly do believe, in the article it was saying that Diddy was claiming that Cassie was trying to blackmail him for all this money, $30 million or whatever. But then from her side, she was saying, no, Diddy was trying to silence me. He offered me 8 figures not to go through with this lawsuit and silence me. So I'm guessing that settlement, that 8 figures that was being offered, the price went way the F up. And it was like an offer that you can't refuse. I truly believe it was an offer that, you could not refuse. Everything that happened is so horrific and terrible and traumatic. So, like, yes, in a grand scheme of things, like, does money fix that? No. But it certainly does help, She's going to have money where her and her family and her husband, her 2 kids, they're going to be good. They're going to be good. She could set up generational wealth. She can make sure she has, hopefully after this, the security that she needs 24/7, because I truly believe, given everything that's come out with Diddy, he has the power to, allegedly, people come up missing, people come up passed away, people come up sick. Things just be happening when they decide they want to start talking about Diddy. And given that Cassie really blew this out of the water, like, this thing caught fire so quick. And I think Diddy saw how quickly people believed what she was saying. He had no chance. And it's because of all the whispers and things that we've heard throughout the years. We've been hearing this shit about Diddy for years. But, like, getting this confirmation from Cassie was something so different. And it was like, yep, about time. About time someone put it in ink, and came out and verified that X, Y, and Z happened. Yep, we believe it. And so they settled. And, yes, it does, in my head, admit guilt on Diddy's part. His reputation is done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap on Diddy. Pack it up. Go. If I were Diddy, you need to go. I would go to another country, go away, and just call it a fucking wrap and just fade off into the sunset. And have your little compound out there in some country and just do your life there. Because here in Hollywood, this stain is never going to be removed. Ever. The things that were already put out in, this 35-page document, the succession of male prostitutes you were making her have interactions with while she was drugged and you were watching and pleasuring yourself, the R word, the assault. People are not going to forget about that ever. And it is in court documents. It's a wrap on Diddy, brother love, okay? It's a wrap. Now, the thing is, yes, he's settled with Cassie, but it also opens the door for other people to bring up their claims. And if, even more recent people that he's been with, like Carisha, I think they were saying he's connected to like Young Miami. Like, who knows like what these ladies recently have been going through with Diddy. It opens the doors for a lot to happen. So yes, he settled this, but who knows who else is gonna come through with this. I think that it has brought up a lot of questions. People are looking back, people are digging into things. So yes, maybe he is has settled this situation with Cassie, but is it possible that they can open up investigations into Kim Porter? Like, I know the whole Tupac situation that's probably brewing in the background. I feel like he's gonna get got at some point. Yes, he settled this because he's got money that's, he's damn near a billionaire. So he settled at something higher than 30 million, I'm believing, in my opinion. She's set. Cassie and her family are set. Oh my God. Could you imagine? But she went through all of that for decades, like for 10 plus years. She's owed that. She's owed that. Like, she would have to do these acts, these ridiculous, heinous acts to like get payments from Diddy to like live her life and everything, allegedly. Like, this man was evil. And Sloan Bella, who really knocked this out of the park with the whole Kim Porter reading that she did, pretty much giving the exposing date of Diddy and all of this happening. She said November 15th. It actually happened with the New York Times article November 16th. She just did a live last night because she's, obviously getting all this attention. People are hitting her up, like saying, oh my gosh, you're the real deal. What's happening? And so she kind of went into talking about her feelings about Diddy and how she very much feels that he is like evil. So check that out on her channel if you are interested in those things. But let's kind of get into the settlement situation. It's very short, like to the point. And I wonder if she had to sign something where it's like, okay, so you put this lawsuit out, now we're settling, I'm about to pay you this big chunk of change, you can't say shit else about me. Like, did she have to sign something like that? I don't know. Another thing about Sloan Bella that I found out in her live is that she lives out in LA, in Hollyweird, or near it. So she's in that environment. So I'm sure she's seen and has heard a whole hell of a lot. I know that she probably has connections, but I definitely feel like Sloan is gifted. And like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to look into getting a reading by her. I know her calendar is going to be booked up for the next 3 years plus, and her price has certainly gone the fuck up, rightfully so. I'm sure like her clients that she's had for a while, she'll keep her stuff the same. But for new clients, that cost has gone up, as it should. So we see here about 5 hours ago. So it's like early as fuck in the morning now. I feel like I'm on like this. I'm on a backwards sleep schedule now. Like, I fell asleep so early. And now I'm up at the crack ass of dawn, and I'm going to be up all morning and then probably like need to go to sleep by like noon or 1 p.m. But whatever, it's the weekend. I can do that. So yes, it comes about 5 hours ago. Cassie settles sex trafficking lawsuit against Diddy 1 day after it's filed. Like, that was one of the main things, main sticking points in the 35-page document, because he was having her go from place to place, hotel to hotel, and all these places across the country, having these freak-offs and having her have these male prostitutes, hiring them, and she was doing these acts. Trafficking all over the country. So yeah. So it says, they've put out statements, okay? So, very interesting. Literally a day after the New York Times article came out, The statement is, this evening, Miss Ventura and Mr. Combs resolved the claims that she filed against him yesterday in the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York to their mutual satisfaction. The parties will have no further comments beyond what is in this email. So I'm guessing that does mean that Cassie's not saying shit else. We certainly aren't hearing shit from Diddy. He's not going to make a statement. Like, no. He's already claimed that it's not true, but then you paying out all this money and what you were trying to do before anyway this lawsuit came out, it really admits guilt. It truly, truly does. Because if you didn't do it and you deny it, so much like you're saying, why not go to court? Clear your name. You know? Johnny did it. All his shit was put out there. We saw all types of, videos of him moaning in the airplane. That wasn't pleasant. All types of stuff about his drug use and alcoholing and this, that, and the other. He didn't give a fuck because he wanted to clear his name because he knew AH was a goddamn liar. And he said, I'm willing to put all my shit out there, all my dirty laundry out there, all my business out there to clear my name because I know for a fact I did not do anything to that woman, AH. And he won. Unanimously. Won. Punitive damage. Everything. And she's ruined now, AH. Like, laughingstock. Pathetic. You're known as a liar to this world now. But in this case, it's not like that at all. A day after this situation that he's exposed, he settles because he knows he did that shit. So they're not making any more statements. We're not going to hear from Diddy. He's going to close up shop here. Like, what is going on with his kids? That is a concern. Like, how do you explain all this to your kids, man? And then explain to them that you've settled. If I'm a child looking at you, I'd be like, why did you settle then, Dad? If you didn't do X, Y, and Z, then why did you settle? You have to explain that while I didn't do that I've done a whole rack of other shit that I just don't want to get out. Like, how do you explain that to your kids, Diddy? And are your kids going to be side-eyeing you? Because this is some crazy shit coming out. And his kids are old enough to know what's going on, to get on the internet. They have friends. They go to school. All of that. What the hell do you do with that situation, Diddy? Do you lose the respect of your children? You've already lost the respect of the industry, of your peers, I'm sure. And then you lose the respect of your children, your family, and you're settling on this shit? Diddy. Woo, Cassie put him in a rock and a hard place. He couldn't win either fucking way. He had to pay the money. Because all his, he had to pay it. He had to pay her. So the statements go as follows. Statement of Cassandra Ventura. I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that have some level of control. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support. So it says that she is settling on amicable terms that she has some level of control. So maybe that means she's still free to talk about some things, or that's an interesting way for her to say that. But they have settled and she has some level of control. That is a very unique way of making that statement. Statement of Sean Combs. We have decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love. That's literally it. That's all he says as a statement. We have resolved this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love. Period. Done. Fuck. Diddy, you did that shit. Oh my God, you did that shit. Holy shit, I feel so bad for Cassie, and I swear, Not a fucking hair on her head better be touched. She better not even have a fucking cough, a head cold. She better not come up with any type of fucking injury randomly. She needs to be covered. She needs 24/7 security. Period. Because this man has lost it all at this point. Yes, he's not in jail. Yes, he's settled it, but his name is so tarnished and is staying on it. It's all out there now. Not all of it, but a whole hell of a lot of it. Enough. Okay? Wow. He's got nothing else to lose. And then statement of Douglas Wigdor, who is the counsel for Miss Ventura, says, I am very proud of Miss Ventura for having the strength to go public with her lawsuit. She ought to be commended for doing so, as she should. That was very, very, very brave for her to come out against Diddy. And it's something that I'm sure a lot of people have wanted to do over the years, but feared because he's had such immense power. Blowing up people's cars, allegedly putting hits out on people. Scary. Scary. So I am happy for Cassie if this is what she wants, and I do not feel that because she settled, it dismisses any of her claims. I think that because it was settled so quickly, it really puts more credence to her claims, even more. Like, we already believed her, but like for real, it's like, okay, yeah, what she was saying was true because Diddy was willing to pay her out with a quickness. So I hope I don't see people saying, oh, well, she just wanted her money. She just got paid. No, honey. Sometimes it's just the fact that, like, will it fix what happened to her? No. But money does help with a lot of fucking shit. Can it make you whole? I mean, I don't know. I do think she got paid more than $30 million. So that's a large amount of money, life-changing amount of money. So it could be enough for her. I don't know. I really don't know, but I don't fault her in settling. I don't fault her in taking the money and running at all. And going to an undisclosed location, off the grid, away with her hubby and her 2 kids, and just get away from this Hollywood fucking life and just have peace, have some semblance of peace through all of this. So we are still, keeping tabs on Cassie, and it's so interesting because, like, we know of Cassie, right? We know who she is, but we don't really know who she is, like, personally, like some of the other stars, like, we follow and everything, because she's been so quiet, because she was controlled by Diddy. She didn't really have, like, that, a chance to, like, speak. It's like he didn't want her to be, like, an actual person. He just wanted her to be seen and not heard and just be his, like, little trophy that he took from here to there. Like, we didn't get to learn her personality, what she's about, like, what's going on, because of Diddy. Like, her music career didn't get to go as it probably could have. Like, she had the one song, Me and You, but after that, what other music did she get to make? Like, we did not get to learn of Cassie and get to know her, and that really sucks. All we know is that she was terrorized by Diddy for years, and now has won that case. So it's sad. It's really, really a sad situation, but I do hope that she is okay and is around people that love her and care for her and support her. And I know that this is such a huge transition that her and her family are about to go into. So I'm just now realizing that Young Miami and Carisha are one and the same. Shows you how much I listen to the City Girls. However, people are wanting to know what she thinks, Carisha, because she is the most recent woman connected to Diddy. So all of this stuff is coming out about what Cassie has endured and what he made her do and everything that she's gone through. So of course, everybody's necks and eyeballs are going to swing over to Carisha, aka Young Miami, Like, girl, what's going on over there? What does he have you doing? Are you okay? Are you all right? But she's like super fucking silent, which is also concerning because, like, does he have her controlled? Did he take her phone? Like, what the F is going on? And if she, does speak, has she gone through similar things, and has just gone with it because for the lifestyle, it's worth it? I don't know. We don't know because she hasn't said anything yet. So people are really wanting to know if Carisha / Young Miami is okay. And hopefully she gets away from Diddy because this is not the time to be connected to this man Diddy in any way, shape, or form. Like, yes, before November 16th, 2023, it may have been okay to be connected to Diddy. He could probably get you into a lot of rooms that you weren't able to before, status, money, all that stuff. But now, after November 16th, 2023, being connected to Diddy is a no-go. So she kind of has to replan what the fuck is going on. And honestly, we don't even know if maybe he's had her sign an NDA where she's not able to talk about what she's gone through and what she's experiencing. But it is concerning that she's so quiet. Hopefully she puts out a statement, something to let people know she's okay and didn't have to go through all the things that Cassie has just told the world.